Hey guys, good morning. Today is August 1st and looking at a few stocks this morning. Good luck, we got about 10 seconds before the market opens. So today I'm looking at NVDA, Tesla, TDOC, Wayfair, Meta, and then SPY is the S&P 500. So market just opened. Let's see what type of setups we can find today. Alrighty. Alright, I was looking at a few other stocks here too. I'm looking at MRNA as well. That one had a big gap down on earnings today. Keep an eye on that one. TDOC also had earnings, gap down on that. See what else do we got going here. Qualcomm. See if there's anything going on Qualcomm here. Qualcomm had a big run up after hours yesterday on earnings and then pretty much dropped within a couple hours, and now we're below yesterday's low. Alright, so Meta is probably one that I want to take my first trade on. Just look at a 15-minute Meta. Let's clear the old lines. Yeah, big gap here, Meta. See on this 30-minute chart. Gonna be the top. Now let's see what happens here with this. This is such a large gap. It gapped over 1, 2, 3 days. It's a massive gap here. this crushed earnings looks like. So, do we continue higher, or is this gonna gap and fail? Yeah, this is the daily chart on Meta. There was a previous resistance right there. Maybe you can put some lines here and here. Let's do all of them on a daily. Okay, this is all the stocks daily chart now we're looking at. Clean up some of these bold lines. The W looks like gap down, but see if it continues to go lower, or do we want to, or will it close up this gap back into the upside? TDOC. Okay, it's already back. It's already filled the gap, TDOC, in just the first, like, what is it, like 5-6 minutes into the open. TDOC's already filled the gap. Interesting. Okay, Tesla. Sort of moving sideways here past few days. Okay, so we got our lines done. Let's put it back on the 5-minute for us. So Meta, like a short on Meta here. It's a little early, so probably need to wait a few more minutes to really confirm if Meta's going to go lower or not. Tesla immediately lower. That one might be a good short setup as well. Tesla. Let's go to stream. Put in the So Tesla's been rejecting the 234, 235 area here several times, and now it's below the yesterday's support area and support from the day before as well. Last several days. So 229. So do we get a move down lower to 220? Sort of waiting it out right now to see how things pan out. So far the only real trade I see is maybe a short on Tesla. ARM moving up pretty good after a big gap down on ARM. Let's look at ARM. Yeah, wow, that was a pretty big exhaustion gap all the way down to support. Now we're just heading higher. This is interesting. I wonder if it's gonna gap fill up to 139s. Alright, we're almost 10 minutes into the market open and we don't have any open trades. I'm just watching right now for a real setup. Don't like to jump into something right off the open. Like to give it a while to set up something. Looking at mRNA here, well, if this breaks the low, do we get lower here? Interesting. Meta. Meta could be a long over the highs here. TDOC rejected a line pretty hard, so NVDA I like for a long. Let's see, where should we put NVDA? About right there. Okay, got long. Okay, we got a trade that I just took, and that is the NVDA long. So I got long here on NVIDIA at around 119, just above $119. Also looking at potentially shorting TDOC. TDOC rejected this line, so makes me think potentially it could be a short. the long on NVIDIA working out nicely. 119.20. We got long there on NVIDIA. Nice move up. Let's look at the bigger picture here. Meta with a nice move up as well. So let's see if we can find a long on Meta. Tesla also looks interesting here after it tried to move lower, and then now we're moving up. Okay, NVDA is looking good. Let's see if you can get over this 120 area for a move higher. TDOC looking weak. mRNA was not a short. Has moved up. Meta, I'm looking to get long here. Let's see what we can do on Meta. Okay. I just went long Meta, and pricing is 520. 520 long on Meta. So we got two longs now. We have a long on NVDA, a long on Meta, and still sort of watching. What else? ARM is looking interesting here. ARM kind of popped into these resistance areas in the aftermarket yesterday for ARM. Also resistance right here pre-market. Let's see how it reacts here to this 129. That's the big support from yesterday and after hours yesterday too, looks like. So I think mRNA could be taken long here over the highs. It's such a big gap. Yeah, I mean, look at this massive gap here from 115. Definitely see some regression back to. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay, taking some long mRNA. I'm long mRNA. So took a long trade on mRNA. Our pricing is 165. So long some mRNA. So 3 long trades so far. We got NVIDIA long, Meta long, mRNA long. Alright, so we got some trades in that let's let them work, right? So Meta's looking very good right now. It's about to break the highs, so let's see how that one does. TDOC held up here. Let's see if you get a move up higher on TDOC. NVDA rejected the 120. We're still long on that one. W had a nice move up on Wayfair. Let's check out Wayfair here. A nice move back up on Wayfair after. This is an interesting candle here on W. Hammer candle, pre-market. Tried to make it down below 44. And then the slow tick up. Gotta pay attention to these things here. Now you're running into previous days lows here. Yeah, pretty much filled the gap here. Interesting. Next one I'm looking at is ARM right here. So had the big gap down, made a little retracement back up. Now moved down here into the EMAs. The 50 and the 20 are right there. So the question is, do we get a bounce up from here to move higher, or do we keep falling lower? So we'll keep an eye on ARM to see if there's any clear setup that we see. NVDA is doing okay. Bounced off the WVAP right here. The purple line is the volume weighted average price. So far into 3 long trades. And the 3 long trades that we have are, I am long at NVIDIA, I am long Meta, and I'm long mRNA. So there's one stock that I totally missed going over. I was watching it yesterday. I don't know if I had a trade on it yesterday, but I was definitely watching it, and that is Boeing. Big move here. Yeah. Wow. So on the daily chart, we were watching it yesterday, Boeing, at this 192.50s or 192.89 resistance spot, and I remember looking at this to short it around this area yesterday in the afternoon, and I noticed that it peaked through over here above the 193, and we had a strong reject, and now today we get this follow through to the downside. So this should have been on my watch from yesterday, and today there's some pretty clean moves to the downside here. Let's see where this thing's got support. So pretty much right here would be a bounce spot. If not, we go down to here, 178. All right, so update on our trades. We got a long on mRNA, which is working out nicely. We've got a long on NVDA, which is looking solid here as well. Bounced off the VWAP. And we also have a long on Meta. Already have that up there. Yep. So Meta's looking good. Meta, NVIDIA, mRNA long. So far so good. We put some lines here on mRNA. This is an obvious spot. That's an obvious spot. So an update on the trades we got open. Meta's doing well. Long, mRNA long is doing okay. NVDA long is doing okay. We're kind of even on NVDA and mRNA. Meta's the one that's really going for us right now. looking at ARM here. Wonder if this is a short. Breaking the lows here, and the lows from yesterday with a big wick up top. Yeah, I think this might be worth taking a short on. So I'm trying to get short on ARM here. But for some reason my order is not filling, which is odd. I'm trying to get short on ARM. Why is my order not filling? Okay, I just filled my order. That's really strange. Took like over 20 seconds for my short to fill here on... Oh, Tesla's looking good right now. Let's see if we can get along on that one. Yeah, wow, that's a nice pop. I think I'll get long. Okay, so we just took 2 trades there. We got long Tesla, 231, and I'm short ARM, 128. In addition to the trades that we had already opened. So now, update you guys on what trades I have open. I've got ARM short 128, Meta, I've got a long 520. I've got mRNA long 160s. I've got NVDA long 119.20s, and Tesla, we just took that long at 231s. So Tesla, my targets are going to be up towards 235. NVIDIA around 120, 165. The high of pre-market highs. I'm going to try to take some pieces off there. ARM, I'm going to see if you can get it down to pre-market lows are, around 120, 160s, and yeah. Meta, I was going to try to take some off around 260 as well. That one is stalling here at 520. 525. Okay, so NVIDIA broke below the VWAP, and we are long NVIDIA, so that's not a good sign. So let's keep an eye on that to see if maybe we need to stop out of that one, or if this is just going to be a little mini pullback before we go higher. Ooh, TDOC, nice move up on TDOC. Man, we got a lot of trades going here. TDOC. Yeah, TDOC was nice. It, TDOC held that VWAP area pretty well. Okay, let's see what AMD is doing. Oof, AMD is really tanking here. Wow. So I wonder if this will take NVDA with it. ARM is also going down, so we might have to stop out of our NVDA long, just based on how the rest of the sector is doing. So So what is our stop on NVIDIA? What is my stop? Got my stop near a low day. That maybe, I don't know if that's given it too much room considering how the semis are failing. So I might just stop out of NVIDIA here. Yeah, I'm gonna give it maybe a few more pennies, and we'll stop out at the 100. Let's say the 100 EMA. Wow, AMD was nice short today here. Was not looking at it this morning. Yeah, NVIDIA here. This is a nice setup. Spike into previous day's kind of consolidation, and then continue to sell off, right? This would be a nice entry around here or here. All right, we're gonna be stopping out of NVIDIA. I wonder if we want to flip. Oh, so the market's also coming down. Interesting. Okay, market's coming down. We got too many longs. We got 4 longs. So we're stopping out of NVIDIA here. Yep, gonna take that off here at the 100. And now we have to make a decision whether I just took a little short on Boeing here. BA, like we talked about, like I talked about earlier. I think there's a potential to move down to 182s and maybe eventually lower. So I took a short on Boeing. Alright, so wow, we did stop out of NVIDIA. We did stop of NVIDIA, and now it's bouncing clean off the 100 EMA. Beautiful. I'll get back along on a NVDA because that's a really clean bounce off the 100, so I don't mind you know, being proven wrong here, but if it still looks good, I definitely want to be in the trade on NVIDIA. So a couple minutes left before the close of this 5-minute candle. If it does close higher, then I will get back long. Also looking at TDOC here for potential short. Okay, so ARM bounced right off the pre-market lows here. So now we need to see if it's going to continue to move lower, or do we get a bounce up from here? Tesla spike into this pre-market high range, going lower now. Might have to stop out the long on Tesla if it continues lower. So NVIDIA, you know, we were long, we stopped out, and now it's showing that it is holding this area. So I may jump back into a long, but you know, there's no rush. Let's wait and see. Okay, so I jumped back into the NVIDIA long, bounced off that 100 EMA. So it's unfortunate we get stopped out on the right on that 100 EMA. I thought it might make a move lower because ARM moving down and AMD having such a big move down as well. But now AMD's sort of bouncing just off of our level, 140. So, and ARM's holding the low, so, let's see what happens here in the next 5-10 minutes. Alright, so we're gonna have to stop out a Tesla pretty soon here on the Tesla long. As the S&P 500 here continues to tank below the lows. Meta's, so we're now red on almost all the trades. So yeah, Tesla May have to take this one off. Let's see here if we need to change our thesis at all. I'm recording this live, so this is not done after you guys are watching me take some trades live. So, and right now, what I'm trading is Meta, mRNA, NVDA, Tesla, long, those four, and then I'm short ARM and BA. So, let's see here. AMD looking really weak. Really weak. AMD at the lows. All right, Meta also moving lower now. All right, so I just added to my ARM short position, added more, and I just took that long on NVIDIA, which, you know, if it breaks below this, I might flip short, since looks like the semis are just dying off. AMD just total tank. So yeah, we're gonna keep a close watch on Tesla and NVIDIA. This is live trading. This is real time, what you guys are seeing on the screen. Today's August 1st, and the stock charts that you're seeing here, the 6 charts up here, are real time. They're 5-minute charts. I'm using the Charles Schwab platform, which is Thinkorswim, by the way. Thinkorswim is a platform. Charles Schwab is my broker. So Meta here also looking weak. I mean, market's just dipping down, so I think it's going to take everything with it. Let's see if it can stop at the 50 EMA. Yeah, NVIDIA, we're going to have to get out. It's just, I think it might be a short at this point. I mean, I know it's chopping me up, but you know, I'd rather take some small losses than, you know, try to hold in hope. So we're not going to do that. We're going to probably take this one off here. Yeah, I think I'm going to flip short here on NVDA. Yeah, this is looking really weak along with the rest of the sector. We are already short ARM. It makes sense to go ahead and short NVIDIA too. So we're short NVIDIA. We stopped out of the long. We are close to stopping out of Tesla. And I may reverse that short as well. ARM working out on the ad on the short. So that one's doing well. Boeing, we're still short. Tesla pretty close to my stop here on Tesla. And then also need to figure out a plan for what to do with Meta here. So my stop's probably going to be near the lows on Meta. Meta, you know, it's up 8.8%. So that's the strongest stock that I'm looking at here. But if the market's going to tank, then it's going to take everything with it, is my theory. So let's see here. This is a key level, 515. If it does not hold, you know, the thing with the stock being up this much, maybe it offers a good short that you know, could move a lot of points to the downside. So NVIDIA short working. Let's see how it reacts to the low of day here. All right, let's see what NVIDIA looks like. Okay, we just stopped out of Tesla. Now, do we want to go short on Tesla? That's the question. I think if it breaks low, yeah, I mean, Meta, we're going to stop out of Meta pretty soon here. All right, so now we're short ARM, no, still short ARM, and we're short Boeing, still sort of hanging on by a thread on the Meta long. Same with mRNA. NVIDIA short working nicely. So, you know, we took some, or I took some losses on the few trades I took here, NVIDIA long, right? But they weren't big losses. Yeah, I kind of try to keep my losses pretty low, and then if the winners are working, I like to ride the winners a little longer. So sometimes it's hard because you do want to give your stops plenty of room. Otherwise, you're just getting chopped up, right? Up and down. But at the same time, you also need to like figure out when your long is no longer a long trade and is now a short. So obviously that's what makes trading so difficult, you know, trying to anticipate the direction. And it's difficult for me, at least. So Meta showing some signs of support at the 515. AMD bounced off that 140 area, so need to keep an eye on my NVIDIA short now and see, because AMD is at that support level, which is, you know, pretty solid here from yesterday. So it's possible we could get a bounce off 140. So I have to keep an eye on that. Market also bounced up as well. So alright, so I have not taken any profits on the ARM short or the Boeing short, even though I'm up a decent amount on those, because I like to wait to really, before it makes like a big enough move. Because otherwise, you know, if I'm just taking small amounts off, then it's not going to make up for the losses or the losing trades that I do have. So yeah, I need to wait for my exits, right? Tesla, we did exit the long, and it is looking really weak. I mean, this setup here rejected previous day's close. Now it's down here. Let's put Tesla up here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let's do, yeah, Tesla just rejected previous day's close. Now it's let's see if it holds here, right? Otherwise we can get a fall here down to the 222, 224 area. So let's see. Oh man, this NVDA, man, this double bottom off the 116, kind of like that for a long. Of course I am short, but you know, let's keep an eye on it to see if we need to really change our bias on this back to the long side. So far I am short on NVIDIA. Okay, I am looking for a short here. Now the market's pretty much falling here. Meta might be stopped out soon. Shorts are all working out pretty nicely. Tesla I'm looking to short now. Alright, I just shorted Tesla, 226.70s, or 80s, yeah, 226.80. We are stopped out of Meta. Stopped out of the Meta long. So let's see here. Update on positions. Short arm, short BA, short Tesla, and NVIDIA we're short. mRNAs are only long right now. Shorts are working out pretty nicely so far. Okay, I added one more trade here. I shorted Meta. So we were long here, we were up a decent amount, didn't take any exits. And now we flip short. Because, you know, like I was saying earlier, Meta being up so much, it's also got a lot of room to fall, right? Back down to yesterday's level would be 475. So, you know, there's like 35 points potential. I think it's worth it to take a short here. But again, you know, this is live trading. I'm just putting in my trades live, real time. So, you know, as you guys can see, it's not perfect. You know, there's a lot of times where I'm wrong, a lot of times where my trades are getting stopped out. And, you know, this is all real-time analysis. This is not me going back into yesterday's chart and telling you where I would have bought it. So, you know, this is the reality of trading, that you know, you're wrong a good amount of the times, and that's just the way it is, right? But I'll tell you what, right now we're doing really well. ARM is crushing to the downside. We're short ARM from 127.30s. Yeah, ARM's crushing. I'm gonna be taking some pieces off on that. NVDA's crushing to the downside. We're up really well on that, and we're pretty much almost green here now, right? So we took some losses early on, and if our trades continue in their direction, we're going to be doing pretty well here. So ARM, I am going to take some off here on ARM. Let's see what our actual, let's get rid of these lines and let's see. No, we are ramping up here, so I'm trying to find some levels here on ARM. This is a pretty big area right here from the daily chart, 120. So that's 4 points lower. Yeah, so okay, Meta bouncing off our Meta bounced off the 509. Let's look at, yeah, ARM is looking so weak on this. This is a 4-hour chart with no extended hours. I mean, this just looks so weak right here. This wick to the upside, hammer candle on the 4-hour. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is interesting. I think we got a potential for ARM to move a lot lower. That being said, I am going to take some profit off of here on ARM. All right, now we are rocking and rolling on these trades. Yes. Alright, so ARM. ARM, I'm taking a piece off my short here, covering a little bit. I'm going to cover maybe 30%, or a third of my position short on ARM covering. Don't like the spike that was put in here on Meta, so I'm probably going to close out the short that I did take for, you know, a very tiny loss, because this is presenting me new information, right? Like, my thesis was short, but now seeing this large wick and a hammer candle at the bottom tells me that, hey, this thing could bounce back up towards me up. So do I really want to give it that much space? I can always re-enter short, right? The market right here, this is real time, by the way. This is real time stock market. You're looking at 6 charts. They're 5-minute candles. This is a real time live stream of the market. So what you're seeing is what the prices are right now on August 1st. Okay, so NVDA short continues to work. We're taking a piece off there soon. What is happening here? I'm trying to take some off of ARM, but my order's not filling. Well, just filled. So I took some off 124.02 on ARM. AMD continues to move lower. NVIDIA is moving lower. Now, I am long on mRNA, right? And now if it doesn't hold this area, I'm gonna have to exit. It is down a lot, 17%. So, but definitely not gonna give it too much room here to the downside. So keeping a close eye on the mRNA. Our long entry was around $100, so it's pretty decent volume here too on mRNA. Let's see if this turns into a hammer candle on mRNA. You know, if this spikes back up, then we can have it move lower. Otherwise, we continue moving lower. Either way, we got our stop in. I pretty much trade with stops always, so hard stop in the system. If things don't go my way, we stop out, and you know, as you guys have seen, I've stopped out a lot. A lot of my trades get stopped, and you know, I'm okay with that because I'm taking small losses. And then when things work out, I'm gonna hold those trades for hopefully get 2R on a lot of those. So doesn't always happen, of course, but yeah. Okay, Tesla bouncing off here. Not a good sign for the shorts here. I see this a lot in large caps where you got a low that's formed in the morning and then breaks that low by a little bit and then shoots much higher, kind of like traps longs here. I mean shorts. mRNA, I'm gonna stop out. This is not looking good, so we'll take the small loss on mRNA. Yep, we're no longer long mRNA. Okay, update on the positions here. We are short Tesla, short NVIDIA, short ARM, short Meta, and Boeing, still short on Boeing. Let's see how that's doing. Let's look at Boeing. Boeing, okay, just kind of Boeing, our entry is 183.30 on Boeing, 183.30. So not the best entry, but you know, we did get almost 2 points, but I didn't take any off yet. So let's see what happens here. So NVIDIA, I just covered a piece on NVIDIA here of our short. We still got half size left on the NVDA short from 117, so got almost a $2 move there. Covered some. Okay, so NVIDIA looking good, continuing to move lower. Meta, nice break. We like Meta. Where's Meta here? Oh yeah, Meta up for you guys. So I'm trading using 4 monitors, so I'm just looking all over the place. You know, my video's kind of going in and out as I walk away or take a break. Same thing with my audio, because this is live, and you know, I don't sit here the whole day. I like to take a break or walk around or go do something. So sometimes I might mute the cam or mute the mic. But what you're seeing right now on your screen is real-time live stock trading. Trade the US stock market. And right now you're watching me take some live trades. I have all shorts right now. We have 5 short trades. We got Tesla short. We have NVIDIA short, ARM short, and Meta short, and also Boeing short. So, yeah. Yeah, so Tesla bounced off here, off the lows like we were talking about here. You know, I don't like that look, so I'm not going to give it too much room here in Tesla. You know, we're about break even right now on the Tesla short. And, you know, I'm not going to give it too much room if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong on the short thesis, then, you know, Tesla could easily, you know, go back up $5-10. And if I'm right on my thesis, if it is a short, then I can always jump back into Tesla, right? I don't mind getting out of a trade for a loss, a small loss, and then getting back in, just like we did on NVIDIA, right? We shorted it, stopped out, shorted again. And now we're green on that ticker. So, you know, I stay pretty fluid with, you know, my ideas. I'm not going to get stuck to any one idea and just say this is it. I mean, there are traders that do that. There's different day trading styles, right? There's people that trade mean reversion. So if they find a support area here on NVIDIA or ARM, they might be buying here on these red candles and selling on the pop. I've never done that style of trading, but I can definitely be profitable for sure. That's not my style, but you know, that is to say that my style is fairly simple, and if my thesis is being proved wrong, I just like to get out and wait for a better setup, you know. NVIDIA and ARM continuing to move lower. And now we are green on the day. Awesome. So we started off with a lot of losing trades. And our direction, the direction was tough to find, right? This morning, because I was long a lot of trades. In fact, I had mostly longs this morning. Tesla long, I had Meta long, NVIDIA long, and look at them now. Should have shorted everything when the market opened, right? If only it was that easy. So I'm going to take some more off on ARM and NVIDIA here, because I'm up a decent amount on both of those. S&P 500 continues to move down, so this is really helping. The SPY is the S&P 500 ETF. This is real-time live stocks that you're watching, real-time pricing of the stocks, and the S&P 500, when it doesn't go down, it just means kind of overall the market's going down, so that really helps out our shorts. So Tesla, nice. So Tesla, this is a nice candle, and if it breaks the low, then we can get further downside. So trying to stay patient here, trying to stay patient. NVDA. Okay, NVDA, we're going to take some more off on NVIDIA. How's Boeing doing? Boeing's doing great. Keep that going. Okay, I just took some more off of the NVIDIA short, and I'm going to take some more off of the ARM short. We're going to cover some more ARM short. Hopefully I'm not going to regret these covers when it's down like $10 more in an hour. But what can you do, right? I mean, you know, I think it's pretty good, right? I shorted NVIDIA at 117 live. You guys saw me on video. This is real time. This is not you know, the next day. You guys saw me trade these stocks in real time. You know, you saw me fumble, but that's kind of how it works. I'm taking a small short here on mRNA, by the way. Yeah, I like this setup here. It's down big, like 18% on the day, consolidated near the highs, and then big volume on this dump candle. So yeah, if it flushes, really nice. Let's see, how are we doing? Tesla's working out really nicely. Now we're nicely green for the day. This is good. Red to green. Still have a good size left on the NVIDIA short and ARM short. So again, I'm trying, you know, this is crazy. I'm trying to get filled here on ARM, and I can't. Yeah, this is funny. I don't know what's up with Thinkorswim today, but I was trying to cover earlier when I was talking about it. This is live, so earlier when I was talking about covering a piece of ARM short, I did that. I put an order, limit order to cover, never filled. This whole time I was talking, it didn't fill my order. So I just put another order, did fill, so it's fine. But this is odd, like why this is happening. Ooh, TeleDoc. TeleDoc up as well. Okay, so TeleDoc, you know, I was looking at the lines for TeleDoc here. Rejected both of my lines that we drew these real time. These lines, I believe, before the market opened, we were looking at these, and now you can see price reacting off the line. So this is pretty much how I trade: is I look at support and resistance in stocks, I identify that, and then I trade based on that. So the question is, do I want to get short on TeleDoc now? I wish I would have seen this a little bit earlier, because I may have shorted here at 883. But you know, this may not be a short. I mean, considering the big move up, may not give that much of a move down. So I'm not really in too much of a hurry to take trades like this where the stock is trending clearly higher. I mean, you know, since pre-market. So we'll keep that idea in the back burner, but keeping an eye on that. NVDA bouncing off our support line here, 113.70. That's from previous days. So gonna have to watch this one closely to see if this is a real bounce, or does this consolidate in this area, NVIDIA, and then continue lower. Keeping an eye on that. Our mRNA short is working nicely. Yeah, Tesla is working out nicely too. Which is so we're short ARM, BA, Meta, mRNA, NVIDIA, and Tesla. All of them nicely green. Meta and mRNA small green. The rest of them come up pretty nicely. So this is a nice reject on Tesla here. When it, we were talking about this earlier, where sometimes stocks will make a low in the morning, go up, make another low, break the low, and then reverse. That happens. But here on Tesla, it's definitely moved lower here. So this is nice, and I like that as a sign of momentum lower. So on a higher time frame, on the 30-minute chart, which I like doing this, these are real-time charts here on Tesla. You can see it's broken this support area from looks like this is yesterday, right? Yeah, yesterday's support, and then today, and now the next level is really 224, right? So this is a 30-minute candle, so it's got 5 minutes left to close. So this is looking pretty bearish. So that makes me feel more comfortable holding the Tesla short into my first cover, because I'm not looking to cover until 224 really for my first cover. But I try to stay pretty fluid with that and go with the flow based on what the price action is telling me. ARM, wow, what a beautiful short. Very nice short here. 120.60 is where we have the line now. I only have a quarter of my ARM short left, and I don't see why ARM can't go to 120 today. Just as I say that, it bounces up. Of course. Why wouldn't it? So just a quick update here. I'm just looking at how far NVIDIA could go if it continues lower. So I'm short ARM, Boeing, Meta, mRNA, NVDA, Tesla, and I am doing really well with all these trades. And NVIDIA I was looking at to see if I could add to my short, because you see this level here. If it breaks, can we go down to here? 112s, maybe 110s, even something like that. I just covered some Boeing. So anyway, I'm just looking at the bigger picture here to see. Oh man, Boeing, what a move! What a move! 16 points. Man, we were looking at this short yesterday. Oh man, SPY continues to look weak here. Yeah. S&P 500's got to hold this area. I mean, it's right at support. So the previous resistance now, does it turn into support, or do we slice right through this support like a hot knife through butter? What is going to happen? Well, I'm short, so I want it to slice through like butter. NVIDIA is still going. Super nice. Okay. Alright, so all of our shorts are crushing right now. We're short NVIDIA, Tesla, mRNA, Meta, Boeing, ARM. We got 6 trades on. These are real trades, real-time trades with real money. You know, so yeah, let's take some covers, shall we? Yeah, I'm gonna cover some NVIDIA. I'm gonna cover some Tesla. We're gonna cover some mRNA short. Meta, we'll cover a little bit of Meta. ARM, I still have size in ARM. We can take a little bit off of ARM as well. So, yeah, this is a nice position to be in. You guys are watching me trade live. In the mornings, we tripped over some long trades. We figured out the trend, got short, and you know, I made sure that I hold on to my winners long enough. I used to scalp the 1-minute candles, and I was in and out really quickly, so I would never be in trades this as long as I am now when I used to scalp. But with this style of trading, it's more or less a relaxed way of trading, where I'm not like watching every tick, I'm not watching every 1-minute candle. Instead, I'm looking at more of the bigger picture levels and seeing where I think stocks could move. So I'm looking to catch a bigger piece of the move versus just scalping the smaller moves within a trend. So that's the goal here, and you know, I find it to be, you know, easier than watching every tick, but you know, to each their own. There's several different ways to trade. There's people I know that are micro hyper scalpers that are just making good profits, trading like a 10-second chart. You know, whatever floats your boat, I guess. Okay, so we are still short a lot of these tickers, and you know, I mean, this is a nice day. This is a nice day here, especially if you're short. Not so much if you're holding long these stocks. That's bad. And some of these I am, right? And I do have a long-term portfolio retirement account, and I'm holding some of these stocks long, like AMD. So kind of sucks to see that, but you know, those are long-term. I don't look at those. I don't look at that account every day, because that would just drive you crazy, right? So those are long-term investments that you look at every couple of years, or every year, maybe quarterly or something. But anyways, getting back to the trades we're taking now, what I'm doing here is looking at 30-minute charts. And you'll see me flip back and forth between 5 minute, 30 minute, 15 minute, because I want to see what's happening on a bigger time frame. Because there are traders that trade way bigger size than I do, and I'm guessing those would be swing traders or maybe intraday trend traders, and you know, they're looking at the bigger time frames to make their decisions. So I kind of want to see what they might be looking at, you know, and get some idea about, you know, where they may draw their lines. So that's why I kind of like to look at this. Also kind of helps me stay in the trade. So like when I look at NVDA, for example, right? If you look at the 5 minute here on NVIDIA, when you see this green candle, I mean, in the past I'd panic and I would think, oh, green, it's going straight up now. But when I look at the bigger picture and I see this, okay, I see the whole setup. It allows me to see the full picture instead of just that 5 minute green candle, because here there's no green, right? So now I see that, okay, there's a move up, it rejected twice here, and now we got to move down. This is a clear support level, and the next area would be this, right? 112. So put a line here. So this is why I look at the higher time frames, the bigger time frames, where each candle is like, you know, this is a 15 minute candle, 15 minute versus the lower. But I do like to execute on the 5 minute so I can kind of see where the entries are better. So, okay, enough talking. Let's take some trades off the table. I'm gonna cover okay, so I put some orders in right now to take off some of Tesla, BA, ARM, NVIDIA. So I think we squeezed out a good amount of juice out of this lemon. So now it's time to extract some of that profit. And you know, it's nice to have some trades on for a couple of hours and you know, make my daily goal or whatever it is that you guys want to make. It's nice to make that in just a couple hours and be able to walk away. So it doesn't always happen, you know, but this market has been pretty wild, where when it trends, it's trending for hours. Okay, so just back with an update. I've covered a lot of my positions. I mean, I've covered pieces of most of my positions here. mRNA, I'm about break even on that one, and it seems to be going sideways. So I might just get out of this one if it doesn't continue lower. And I'm pretty much going to be exiting most of my shorts here. So out of NVDA, out of BA, we are out of Tesla as well, and Meta, gonna be out of Meta as well. So I'm pretty much gonna close up here. It's about 11, just after 11 a.m. Eastern. The only shorts I have left on, I've just covered everything actually except mRNA, and I think I'll close mRNA too actually. So now I'm flat. So I've closed all of my trades. Yeah. So nice day after a rocky start. We're green on the day. Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3. We got 3 winning tickers. 1 break even on Meta. Tesla and mRNA are the 2 small losers. So ARM, the biggest winner of the day. So pretty easy to see why. This is a huge move here. A 12-point move. Yeah, I mean, this market is crazy. When you get moves like this and you have good share size, you're able to really capture a lot of profit from the market. So looks like I got lucky getting out of all these shorts because we're seeing bounces across the board here. So good timing, I guess. So let's see what else. Right now I have no trades on. So what can we go over right now? I'm probably going to take a break here soon. Maybe I'll come back on the live stream later in the afternoon. I do need to go run some errands today. So what are we going to do right now? Let me see here. I mean, I'm still looking to see if there's setups. Now we do need to wait a little bit since we've had a lot of stuff exhausted downside. So, you know, we could see some bounces on a lot of tickers higher. So need to wait and see here which way it's going to go. Let's see here. Yeah, so let me show you guys really quickly I know you can't see my trades right on these charts because Thinkorswim doesn't really have a good way to show, and it just gets too messy, so I like to keep my charts clean. And I do use Dash Trader as my platform to execute the trades, but my broker is still Charles Schwab. So they both kind of connect through to each other, and so I'm just gonna show you guys really quickly one of the trades that we took. Okay, I'm just getting a screenshot of my ARM trade. I'm going to put it up here. So, just quickly talk about this before I end the stream. ARM, this is the trade that I took. You know, it was a really big gap up on ARM right here. Sorry, was it a gap up or gap down? Gap down. Right, big gap down on ARM, and initially it made a nice move up, and then it rejected the 100 right here, and that's when I was looking. I remember talking about this real time, that maybe I'll look for a long off the 50 MA. And then I waited and I saw this candle here, and then the down move, and that's when he gave me the signal to short. So here's the trade against the chart below, so you guys can see here. So yeah, we took the short here, and then I remember saying that I'm going to add because I like this setup. So took the short, went sideways, added, and then could have been more patient with the covers, but you know, I waited almost 20 minutes. Actually more than 20 minutes from my first. It was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30, more than 30, 35 minutes for my first cover. So, you know, again, I used to scalp, so holding onto a position without covering is tough, and I think I need to get better at doing that. That's going to come with practice, hopefully. But yeah, we took these covers off here, so we captured a nice move, and now of course it is bouncing up. We don't know, it could continue to go lower, but this is pretty good. I think I captured the meat of the down move, and you know, there's still going to be setups throughout the day. Of course, it is harder to trade as time goes on, because there's the volume lowers. As you can see, the volume is really good and then starts tapering off throughout the day, which makes it harder for you to get clear direction. There's less market participants, I guess. So anyway, that's it for trading for today, August 1st. This has been some live day trading, and hope you guys enjoyed watching me trade. So if you guys are interested in watching more, I'll be live streaming again either later today or tomorrow, and you know, feel free to pop in and ask any questions, and you know, I'll be happy to answer any questions. Just looking at my chat, I did set up my chat so I can see when people ask questions, so that's cool. Pretty new at this, so you know, we're gonna keep it going, and we'll be streaming a little bit later today. But those were hopefully that was pretty cool for you guys to watch. Pretty fun. So I'm gonna end the stream here. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.